Welcome to the MarcWes Sports Podcast.
So, welcome to the MarcWes Sports Podcast. I'm Marcus Benjamin. He's Wesley Pierre.
You already know.
We give you that real from a Miami sports perspective. And it's Super Bowl weekend, baby. Super Bowl in Florida. You know, hopefully it doesn't turn into Tampa Bay. You know, hopefully that doesn't happen. Tampa Braid Day. I mean, so many ways they can go with it, and it'll disgust me if it happens. So let's go Chiefs. But we'll jump into the NBA first. There was some NBA news this week with LeBron James. You know, I feel like LeBron James, first of all, just to kind of say what happened, he got into it with a fan this week, basically, which is kind of some petty nonsense, if you ask me.
But I kind of
you got to be more professional out there on both sides, I would say, from the fans' perspective and the players' perspective, but more so the players' perspective.
See, but when you walking on the scores table, like what you expect from that? When you crying about everything, what you expect from a person like that? But in this situation, I kind of did feel LeBron. You feel me? I felt the female too. You feel me? Because the female, like LeBron said, it originally started behind, you know, I guess he was getting heckled by the female's husband or boyfriend or something like that. And she was doing what any loyal female would do is, you know, go ahead and be like, you know, talk trash back to him. You feel me? I know my wife would do the same thing. But if you're gonna say something racist, then that's another situation. You feel me? So yeah, I originally felt her until what came out her mouth came out her mouth. You know, I ain't gonna jump into it no more. You know, I ain't gonna give her no more shine. You know, but again, I did kind of felt LeBron in that situation. Probably not with the husband. You know, but again, sometimes the fans be getting out of line. I'm gonna be real with you. You feel what I'm saying? Because you know you won't be saying that.
But at the same time,
like,
man,
come on now.
I love the fan that just heckles out there, man.
But there's a certain
I love
way.
a heckler.
See, but I like a heckler too, but it depends on what you're saying.
It shows the passion. There's times where you cross the line. Everybody knows the line, you know.
Not nowadays. Not nowadays. Nowadays, especially
don't cross the line.
Nah,
you know,
come on,
don't
man.
talk about nobody's family. You know, racial nonsense.
Agreed.
You know, stuff like that. But besides that, I should be able to say whatever I want. I'm here to yell and scream and say whatever I want to help my team win.
Yeah, of course. Like me, certain things I personally feel like the players should be saying it to LeBron. Like if he had something to say about his family or something like that, you know, even if he didn't even really mean it, you know, some people like Dennis Rodman know how to get in your head. You know what I'm saying? And if it's me talking about your mom, I slept with your mom, LeBron. If it's, you know, like your mom is a shown or a thought, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be one situation. You feel me? If it's coming from a fan, I don't think a fan should be allowed to say that. Why? Because, you know, you wouldn't normally say that if you seen him on the streets unless you – and saying it knowing that if you get your ass whooped, you won't be calling police and file charges and try to sue people. If you talk shit like that, let's go ahead and handle this. You feel me? Say it in my face. You feel me? And whatever happens, happens. But when I whoop your ass, please don't call the police. Please don't take me to court in a lawsuit. You know what I mean? It's a different situation. Now, again, it was kind of like, you know, I'm kind of referencing that, you know, you remember when KG said to Carmelo, your wife tastes like Cheerios. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, see, but what Carmelo did, it's crossing the line, but what Carmelo did, Carmelo went ahead and hollered at him after he wanted to whoop him. So again, when it comes to going back to the female, I originally understood why she stood up for her boyfriend or husband, but I didn't like what she said to LeBron, which was racial. So, you know, I give LeBron a pass on this one. And you know I don't like LeBron.
Yeah, and LeBron was also saying that he didn't want to play in this, or his heart wouldn't be in the All-Star game.
Yeah. I heard that.
This week, as far as the All-Star game, it's not going to be played on my weekend when it's supposed to be played on my weekend. My weekend is my birthday weekend. All-Star weekend always falls on that shit, and it's not going to be played, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
They're thinking about postponing it to March 7th, but there's still speculation on it, if the game should be played or if she would have the All-Star game. And I say we have the All-Star game, because I love the All-Star game. I feel like the All-Star game should be played. You've been playing all these other games. It's just another game, but it's the All-Star game. We want to see the best players play and see who is the best players in the league right now out here balling. And
which is agreeable.
I feel like it should be played. Now, if they don't play it, I won't be mad at it either. I understand with the given pandemic that's going on.
I totally
understand that. So my vote is to play it. Keep, of course, just players and, coaches. And the rest.
I kind of agree with you. Like, it should be played. Everybody want to see the greatest players in the league playing. You feel me? Like, especially during this COVID and this pandemic, like, football's about to be done in a second. So all we're going to have is basketball, and another basketball game is always good for me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I kind of agree with LeBron.
Everybody else who likes to watch basketball.
Yeah, but I kind of agree on what LeBron's standpoint is on this situation, because before they actually started the season, they wind up telling the players that there would not be no All-Star game this season. They said that, you could vibe for like 5-6 days. You're going to go ahead and be able to, like re-energize, because, they just did the bubble, not too long ago. They really – the people that actually was in the playoffs and made it to the finals, like the Heat, like the Lakers, like we didn't really have that rest, and it kind of shows in the Miami Heat record and how they playing with the injuries and dealing with COVID and everything like that. But I kind of agree with LeBron, because if you tell me that I'm gonna go ahead and not have an All-Star game this year, and I can go ahead and vibe this season, 5 or 6 games to chill with my family, to heal, to, like get out, unwind, take a little woosah break.
Breaking news.
Feel me?
Breaking news. Wes agrees with LeBron.
Nah, see, but come on now. Like, at the end of the day, like, think about it. Like, Marcus, if you say, hey, Wes, we're going to do this. This is the plan. And in the middle of us starting and agreeing, now you change the plan. Like, I'm supposed to agree with that? Like, you don't know, like, what I had going on, this, that, and the other. That's why I feel LeBron. Like, when it comes to LeBron, there's a lot of things I don't agree with LeBron, but I agree in this actual situation. Like, if you tell me that it ain't going to be no All-Star game this season, I could vibe 5-6 games. And you remember LeBron, he didn't even want to start the season the time that they did. But you got to understand, like, I understand the other standpoint where they losing so much money. They're not able to generate money on tickets and people in the stadiums and this, that, and the other. So I understand the owners wanting you guys to come back so they could go ahead and recoup that bread. But at the end of the day, like, don't renege on deals. If you tell me that we ain't going to have no All-Star game this year, and one, I ain't agree with how we started the season, cool, no pressure. I went ahead and bite my tongue. It is what it is. I get paid a certain amount of money. I'm the face of the league. So, of course, I'm going to go ahead and have to. You feel me? Even if I don't want to. But again, when this situation happen, you gonna go ahead and tell us that we ain't gonna have no All-Star game this year, and we gonna chill for 5-6 games, and you renege? Nah, man, I feel LeBron. I'm sorry, and I want an All-Star game, but I understand where he coming from. That's green.
I mean, yeah. Unfortunately, I feel you too on LeBron, but
breaking news again. Mark is agreeing with LeBron too.
I feel that, but I still want to see a All-Star game.
Yeah. Of course.
What I also do want to see is the Heat winning more games. The Miami Heat need to win more games because it is starting to, like, the last loss that I saw I think it was against the Charlotte Hornets, I believe.
I think it was the
No,
Bobcats,
it was Washington actually.
Okay.
They lost
Yeah.
against Washington.
Okay.
I seen that loss. That was the only loss for me that made me a little bit concerned because you had pretty much your whole squad. They didn't have Russell Westbrook. It was just Bradley Beal and a bunch of guys, and you still couldn't come away with the win. You know,
But wasn't that game that some players that wasn't playing for the Heat because they was injured or they had to deal with COVID, they finally came back? And you know, when you have certain situations like that, you mess up the chemistry. You know what I'm saying? And certain points, you know who you're gonna give the ball to, this, that, and the other. So you know, I'm not really taking too much from it. Of course, I was hot. I was like, yo, I should have just had like a movie night with my wife, because I'm like, you know, like I'm watching this game, she doing her other thing, and you know how it is when it comes to the games, guys. You feel me? Like your significant other, if they're not watching the game with you, like they kind of pissed off, even though they saying that it's cool. So again, at the end of the day, I felt like I should have go ahead and vibe with my wife, chill, this, that, and the other. But like, hey, still that game, you know, I look at it like last podcast I told you it was like, you know, fifth in the NBA, which I was wrong, but I was meaning was 5 game backs in the East. So, you know, and that was last week. So right now we won like 1 or 2 games since, you know, like we're 8-14 right now. We're trending in the right direction. Last game, yesterday we was up, we was winning and had a lead, like 30-point lead at a point, you know, with them. And, you know, even though they came
Still
back.
lost.
No, we won. We won.
Which
This.
one?
They played again. That one that you're talking about,
yeah,
of course, we
I
lost,
didn't
but
see
it was
that
a close game. The one
Yeah.
yesterday, we actually won. It was actually a real good game. The chemistry was going back. You see that.
Who went off?
Yeah, everyone went off. You know, like Bam had like 21 points. Jimmy Butler had like 21 points. You know, the only downside on that game was Dragic. He twisted his ankle. They said that it came back negative, but you know, this is going back to what I'm saying. Like, you know, our core, the people that we want, even like, come on, again, Dragic. Like if we had him in the finals, we would have done a better job against the Lakers and probably would have been the champions this year. And again, our guy, our person that we go to, that you know that he clutched the Dragon, he injured his ankle. So that's the only downfall with that. The chemistry, I feel like everybody was good. You know, you had Jimmy Butler doing his thing. You had Bam doing his thing. You know, he wasn't as consistent with the shot that game, but he did so much other things, and he still got 21 points. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, good on that. You know, you had Nunn. Like I was saying, Nunn was leading in the scoring. Remember, I told you Nunn is the real deal. I think Nunn is really better than Tyler Hero.
I feel like he should get some more minutes. I feel like he should get like some more playing time to balance with Tyler Hero, so Hero doesn't always feel like he has to be a hero in situations.
The difference
if he just pops in and out and like not trying to be a hero all the time, then he'll be good. That's why I feel like if Spoelstra just mix it up, I feel like Spoelstra is gonna figure it out. Sometimes it takes some time for him to really kind of figure what he has. But it's been a lot of, you know, mixing up with the lineup. I feel like they had like their 14th different lineup this year, and something like that.
Wasn't it the same way when LeBron was on the team? Wasn't it the same way last year before we went on the bubble? This is what our coach should be a Holla for Fame coach. You know, when it's all said and done, he normally gonna go ahead. This is regular season. If the player's saying regular season doesn't mean nothing, if the ESPN and all these analysts say that the regular season doesn't mean anything in the NBA, at least not in the NFL, but the NBA, because it got so many games. If they said it doesn't mean anything, then why wouldn't you not have like 14, 15, 20 different type of lineups, so we could go ahead, if we have this situation, we could run this lineup. We can run this lineup. So this is what Spoelstra been doing. That's why I'm saying he should be a Hall of Fame coach when it's all said and done. But again, at the end of the day, I'm looking at the Miami Heat, and the Miami Heat, even though we're not where we should be right now, the East and even other teams. Look, Brooklyn just lost yesterday. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they're supposed to be the powerhouse of the East. So this is the time that everybody is trying to figure out, like, how it's going to work. You know, what you need to be here, you need to be here. All right, we're going to run this play. This is our bread and butter. Right now, this is what everybody's doing at the same time dealing with the COVID. You feel what I'm saying? So you know, I'm not really too scary on how the Miami Heat is looking right now. For me, they trending up. And like I said, what Kendra Nunn, piggybacking off what you're saying, I'm thinking that Kendra Nunn is better than Tyler Hero. Why? Because, again, what I've been saying for the longest, Tyler Hero, he need to slow down a little bit. He is not a point guard. He is a shooting guard. And how Spoelstra's been playing him as a guy that's going to dish off and get assists. That's Nunn. That is not Tyler Hero. Even though I think he could do it at times, but, hey, it is what it is. It's loyalty over here, and I know it's loyalty over there, so you know we're going to pull it off.
I mean, I hope they do pull it off, but right now, just like Dennis Green said, they are who they thought we were. You know, right now, like you are what your record is. And right now, the record of the Heat is, if the playoffs started right now, the Heat would not be in the playoffs.
It's all good.
You know, so thankfully, it's a shortened season. Let's point out, it's not a full 82 games. We do have a shortened season, so that is a cause for some concern.
I ain't worried about it.
Just
loyalty.
you know you're gonna be in the bubble if you just get the top 6, which I feel like they could still get the top 6 at least.
Like, you really technically don't think that we could beat any of these teams in the East? Like, look at Boston. Boston, yeah, I'm looking at your record, but we can beat you. Already did. When it comes to and not just that, you like, we lost games when we had to play 6 players. The NBA snubbed us, you know, and always constantly trying us. Again, they hate our beaches. They hate our weather. They hate our women. This is why they hated for the longest. So, again, at the end of the day, like, Miami Heat is dealing with adversity right now. Again, like I told you last week, we was 5 games back. I thought I misspoke and said we was like 5th in the NBA, but again, still 5 games back in the East. Like, I ain't worried about that. I don't care if we 6, 7, 8. When we make the playoff, we gonna run shit.
Welcome to the MarcWes Sports Podcast, and it's Super Bowl weekend, baby. Super Bowl weekend.
I already know.
You know, with the Super Bowl first, I love the Super Bowl. Just because it's an American holiday.
Come on, you feel me?
To me, it's an American holiday. That's why everybody should be off on the Super Bowl.
I think so.
It's a time to chill with your family.
DeSantis, run that, please.
You know, just chill, you know, vibe out, eat some food, you know, chill. Speaking of food, though, what's really your favorite Super Bowl food? Because for me, you know, you got to be barbecuing. You got to be doing something.
Got to.
You know, for me, believe it or not, I put together like a nice dip, bro. Like a good like dip with some nachos.
Okay.
So that's like my favorite shit to like
to snack on.
To snack on. Yeah, nachos and wings, of course. Wings have to be there. You know.
Cheese nachos, artichoke dip.
Well, usually before I did this fucking food change that I did, it was fucking beef nachos. You know, that's what I would do. You know,
running and look at him,
like some ground beef nachos. But now, you know, I'll probably do ground turkey or some shit.
Yep. Gotta still running. So, it's still good. I still be busting it. Matter of fact, I think that's what I'm eating tonight. Nachos, you know, with ground turkey and everything like that. But me personally, you know, I think like Super Bowl foods, you know, the wings, you know,
gotta have the wings.
Gotta have the wings. You feel me? Like, you know, like the original, you know, or lemon pepper. You feel me? You know, they kind of Ross. Flavors. You feel me? You want Wingstop, lemon pepper. You feel me? But yeah, it's out of that sliders, little sliders, because you could run the sliders all day. You know, it could be turkey sliders too with the life change, because I'm on that sliders. Too. Or you gotta have like
with that plant-based Gouda cheese.
Every Super Bowl or every like I don't know, it be like that in Dade County, but like every little vibe I go to, baby showers, everywhere they have the deviled eggs. They have the deviled eggs, and you go pop. Yeah, man, my wife be busted. Like ask Chris, man, he had that Thanksgiving, boy. That thing be busting. You gonna pop one or two, you gonna be like, all right, you gonna be the one where it's like, man, I don't want nothing. He gonna pop one. You're like, damn, boy, there's only like 5, 6 left. Let me put 2 or 3 more on my plate because everybody done mudded it. Cause ask Chris, boy, 5. But to be honest with you, that's a little appetizer.
I'll try it.
You have some people that say they like the pizza. They like pizza. You know, Chris like pizza. You know, you gave a side though.
No, wings and nachos.
Wings and nachos.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it. Mine's would be probably the wings. We agree. Now the flavor matters also. You know. And probably some sliders. You feel me? Because I want a burger, but a burger gonna have me like not being able to like grub everything else. You feel me? Because I'm gonna get so full after eating like 2 or 3 wings and a big burger. Let me go ahead and get me.
Good. Maybe some carrots. Throw some carrots in there. Throw some carrots in there. You know.
Again, probably when I wasn't on the health vibe, probably you gotta have the blue cheese or the ranch to dip your carrots or dip your celery or something like that. But yeah, for me, you gotta have that. Now, some people gonna go ahead and say ribs. Nah, I can't knock the ribs. But
can't knock the ribs at all.
It gotta be lamb with me because it's just too heavy.
Can't
for
knock
me.
the ribs.
You feel
If
me?
ribs was your number one, I can't knock that at all because I love ribs. You know, if burgers was your number one, I would knock that at all because I love burgers.
Of course, me too. It's just gonna have to be the turkey burgers for me.
If grill was your number one, I would knock that at all.
Yes.
It don't matter.
And yeah, but I fuck with the nachos. You feel me? But me, I fuck with just like like if you have like just some type of dip. I fuck with the beef dip, but now it's probably gonna be some ground turkey dip. The liquor, for me. Like when it comes to liquor, if we talking liquor now, you feel me? Probably I fuck with the gin.
I love drinking beer, man. Like you gotta drink beer if you're watching a football game because it's gonna be a long haul, because you're gonna pregame, so pregame's gonna last about 2 hours, and then you go to the game, it's gonna be another 3 hours. You can't be hitting freaking Hennessy. Like, I mean, I used to do that in my young days, but it ain't like that no more.
What's your favorite beer though?
Man, for beers, I mean, for the Super Bowl, for long term, if you want to get like something for everybody, get some Yingling, because Yingling will like last you good. It's got that amber, I'll mess with that. But I like Funky Booty, yo. Just the Floridian.
I don't know.
Yeah, the Floridian. I like. I drink that all day. Blue Moon is good too. See, like Blue Moon.
That's out of my category because I don't drink beer. If I was to drink beer, it'd probably be Corona. But if it's we talking about the lick, which I would be drinking is the gin. Why I drink the gin? Because I'm not gonna wake up with a hangover. You feel what I'm saying? When I drink the Hennessy, when I drink the Patron or anything like that, I'm gonna go ahead and be drinking the gin because like the gin's gonna have me good. And they got the certain gin. You feel me? It got to be the gin black. Gin black for me, it's a little, a little vibe. But I do fuck with the Hennessy too. It's a different vibe. I don't need as much, to get where I want to get. Where I want to get. But again, you can't really go wrong with any liquors. You feel me? As long as it's good and as long as it's not watered down or small proof. Then a low proof, then you good.
because like at the end of the day, you're gonna be eating on Super Bowl. You're gonna be vibing. Some people gonna be smoking. Some people gonna be doing whatever they doing.
I know. For me, I'm gonna be barbecuing that lamb for the first time, dog. So I'm about to throw the lamb down on the grill.
Yes.
And see what's good. I got the 3 different types too. Woo. I got the rack, the regular rack, right? And then I got the one that's like chopped up in like little shanks. Ooh. And then I got the little small ones that I could put like on shish kebabs, bro. You feel me? So I'm gonna have some shish kebabs going. So we'll see what's going with that. But the real story with the Super Bowl this year, we got Tom Shady against Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes is going for back-to-back Super Bowl championships. And, of course, Tom Brady is going for number 7. He's going for number 7. He can have one up on Jordan if he wins this one, which is a scary thought because everyone who says that Brady is the greatest of all time is going to have another ring. They're going to have Thanos times 2. This is like Thanos Prime is going to happen right now with Tom Shady. And then they're going to turn the city into Tampa Bay. Nah, man. Hopefully Patrick Mahomes can be my homeboy and come through in this game. I'm tempted to put some bread on it, but I'm thinking I'm just gonna, probably do a prop bet or something, and we'll get into that in a second.
Okay.
But with this game, it's really all about the 2 quarterbacks to me. The 2 quarterbacks of Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes, who is really gonna have the better game. And, that's really my key to winning this game. And to me, Patrick Mahomes is the better quarterback than Tom Brady. For the past couple of years, he's Tom Brady. He's the name. And you're like, Tom Brady, he's going to do it again. There was a couple of times where he should have lost in Super Bowls. There was a few times, more than a couple, that he should have lost in Super Bowls. A lot of the times he's got bailed out by field goal kickers or, a defensive back came up big, Malcolm Brown, to win him that one Super Bowl against the Seattle Seahawks. So I think people get enamored with the name Tom Brady, but it's really about the name Patrick Mahomes. And his mom said, you better call him Patrick, by the way. People call him Pat Mahomes. I think it's really about him and the weapons that they have over there at Kansas City. To me, they're the team that has the better offense. Usually you would say the better defense. It's all about the defense, right? It's all about who has the better defense. But it's really, to me, about how can you handle the pressure. What are you going to do in situations when you audible,
Okay.
And I think Patrick Mahomes is on another level to me. He's like the next, to me, Brady.
See,
that's not named Tom Shady.
So yeah. See, so you kind of normally we would agree because I despise Tom Shady. Especially since he's been the AFC East destroying my loyal Miami Dolphins for the longest.
Miami has Dolphins, the greatest football team. You take the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen.
Nah. Going back to what we were saying before we got sidetracked by the anthem. I personally feel like Patrick Mahomes is the better quarterback right now, but if we're talking about experience, quarterback with experience, I gotta go with Tom Shady. And it kind of, I'm kind of like looking at myself like crazy right now, You know, and I know when I actually listen to this podcast again, I'm gonna look at my ass crazy again. But I think Tom Shady knowledge,
Slim Shady,
you know, is gonna get him out of this bout between Patrick Mahomes on top. He's gonna get first downs. You know, of course, there's gonna be some times where he's gonna get razzled. You know, frazzled. He's gonna go ahead and not look like himself. But again, that's what I normally see with Tom Brady. He's not one of these quarterbacks gonna give you all this hoopla. He's just gonna win the game. You know, he's gonna find a way to get to Gronk and convert the first down. You know, I think that Patrick Mahomes will be a Hall of Fame quarterback, is probably going to be the next Tom Shady without the shady.
Without the shady.
You know, because he does have a.
Because I like Patrick Mahomes. I mean, he is black. He's a quarterback. I mean, he's already won the MVP in the Super Bowl. So, gotta give him props.
I like the coach. You got Andy Reid, that's been needed a Super Bowl for the longest. Finally got one last year. His mind just, you know, like.
And you got Eric Bieniemy too. Eric Bieniemy, the offensive coordinator, who still doesn't have a job yet.
It is what it is. We don't even need to jump into that because you know it's the privilege that we've been talking about for the longest. You know, he's not a coach. They wanted him to be a head coach where? In college, in Colorado. No, so that's not happening. But if you're talking about the minds and the quarterback, I think Patrick Mahomes will eventually be the next Tom Brady, but I don't think he's going to have the same rings. I think when you talk about this Super Bowl right now, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes may have more yards in this than the other, but it's gonna be field goals. That's what I technically feel. He's gonna drive them all the way, and then when you get to the goal line or whatever, that's where it's gonna be something crazy, and the defense is gonna step up. Remember on how the Buccaneers defense looked not last week but the week prior. They was like looking like, yo, like damn, like this is what it is. We got Ndamukong Suh over here wrecking shop. You feel me? He always got to get double teamed. He's bringing that on to the actual team. You got Jason Pierre-Paul that people ride off because he got his fingers blown off 4th of July. You know, and people think that he was not going to be the same player, and he's still doing the same thing, you know. Like, that defense, you know, on top of the quarterback, you know, with the knowledge, oh, my God. And before we even jump to that topic right there, you got to think about how the head coach for the Tampa Bay Bucs just laid back and let Tom Brady do his thing. You feel me? He made Tom Brady be Tom Brady, and Tom Brady, Tom Shady, he been doing his thing, and I can't believe I'm saying that. So quarterback wise, I think game, you know, it's gonna be Tom Brady.
I mean, yeah, we talking about the quarterbacks, but like it to me, it does come down to the defense for me. And then with Kansas City, right? Kansas City's defense is they're not good stopping the run. And to me, the key to the game is like if Tampa, what scares me is if Tampa Bay can run the football, it's gonna be a shootout. It's gonna be a back and forth game, which is gonna be an entertaining game. Hopefully, this game can be a really entertaining game because I feel like it has a potential to really be a shootout if Tampa Bay can run the football, because I feel like Kansas City is going to be able to run and they're going to be able to pass. But are they going to be able to basically stop the Bucs offense?
I think that defense is going to be able to stop.
Can they get pressure on Tom Brady?
I think
when you get pressure on Tom Brady, he gets frazzled. Many a times the Dolphins would be getting pressure on Tom Brady. That's why the Dolphins, have the best record against Tom Brady his career, because they were able to get pressure.
This is the key. Can Ndamukong Suh still go ahead and get doubled on defense and do his thing, so Jason Pierre-Paul can go ahead and keep sacking the quarterback, like I said, and can the Honey Badger do what he do on his end? You feel me? Because that Tyreek Hill, he's a burner. But can the defense go ahead and do what the Miami Dolphins did when we played Kansas City that first half?
And they got 2 interceptions in the first half.
So that's what I'm saying. If you talking about the defense, I think I think Todd Bowles is the defensive coordinator of Tampa Bay Bucs.
Yeah,
oh my God, Todd Bowles with that defense that he's always been doing. When he was with the Jets and he was doing his thing. When he was with the Miami Dolphins, he was doing his thing. And now he with the Tampa Bay Bucs and he's doing his thing again. Now again, I don't like Tom Shady.
I feel like he deserves another shot as a head coach. Todd Bowles does.
You see, but you asking something and we already know the answer. If Bieniemy ain't get a job, why they gonna give him a job? You feel me? We going back to what we spoke on last week. With the white privilege with certain races in the NFL. So we ain't even gonna jump into that. But if you talking about defense wise, I think the better mind is Todd Bowles. You feel what I'm saying? And they got the better players in Tampa Bay.
Yeah, speaking of those players, Levante David is one of those players from the crib, from Miami Northwestern. He wasn't highly, recruited, but, he, is in the league just like a lot of other dogs from down here in South Florida. Brown. Levante David is I think, is a player that he's a linebacker for Tampa Bay. I think he is one of those players who you need to watch out for. If he can, disrupt Kansas City somehow. But I don't feel like it's going to be enough, though. I feel like Kansas City has too many weapons. It's really too many weapons when it comes to two.
I think so too, but do you really
weapons? Like as far as like Tampa Bay's defense stopping Kansas City, I really don't see it happening.
I see it
because you got Levante David, you got other players like Ndamukong Suh. Yeah, he's kind of a journeyman at this point,
But does he get doubled every snap? Yes or no?
I mean, for the most part,
availability
you can scheme around
is the
him.
best ability, and he hasn't been out of the league with injury since he's been in the league.
You gotta give
and
him
he's
that.
always been getting doubled. So you saying he a journeyman? Yeah, I feel he a journeyman, but still, it'll be one thing.
And they
he
do
a journeyman like Fitzpatrick ain't top 5. He's still one of the top 5 defensive tackles in the league. At least that's what I think.
Yeah, and you still got Jason Pierre-Paul, too.
Right there.
Jason Pierre-Paul, who's also from down here, Deerfield Beach High School.
You already know.
Went to USF. He's a defensive end.
You already know. Sorry, New York.
So he is another player that scares me, too, that will cause havoc for Kansas City. But
and he's doing it with a blown-off hand. All right, let's go.
Yeah, I know, with a blown-off hand. He's the guy, if you don't remember, that he was doing fireworks and blew off his hand.
That's on
He played with a cast for a while and was still producing. You gotta give him props for that.
Come on, man.
Playing with one, couldn't grab, with the one hand, but he's still in the league and has a chance to get a ring. So, I mean, you gotta give him props, but
home.
Kansas City has actually been playing better as far as defensively as of late.
Okay.
You still got the Honey Badger over there and Jones. To me, the defense doesn't matter so much here in 2021. It's all about the offense. The offense has taken over as far as, people always say defense wins championships, but nowadays it's offense that wins championships.
See, but my whole thing
because
is,
offense can beat a better defense these days.
I hear you with that.
It's all about matchups to me.
Yeah, I hear you.
And sometimes Tom Brady, like in the last game, the NFC Championship game, he threw some ducks out there.
Of course.
Let's not forget that
He's
he threw some ducks
player
out there late in the game, and Aaron Rodgers couldn't come up big in the game.
Why?
Which was unfortunate.
Why?
Because of that defense.
Why? Because of that defense. And defense wins championships.
But to me, they were able to get in the red zone, but they were not able to win in the red zone.
And that's what I said.
That last play, they should have went for it. If they would have went for it, who knows what would have happened. I think they would have scored. I think that was a bad call on the Green Bay head coach's part.
That's what I said.
So I think Andy Reid is not going to make those kind of mistakes.
And that's what I
said. Andy Reid is going to go for it.
That's what I've been saying.
He's going to go for it on fourth down. You may beat us on first down, second down, third down, but we're going to go for it on fourth down.
Look,
and they're going to catch them.
That's what I've
with
been
Travis
saying.
Kelce and Tyreek Hill going down the seam.
That's what I've been saying. I've been saying that. But again, regardless of the fact, I looked at Tyreek Hill and Kelce, like you just stated. Okay, yeah, but we know what it is with your team. When it comes with Tom Brady, he did so much with the evil empire with nothing besides Randy Moss and Gronk. You know what I'm saying? And Hernandez or whatever. But again, he knows how to get the first down. So again, he's gonna throw ducks. I feel you. I don't even like Tom Brady on offense. His offense is fucking boring. His offense, is not what I want to see majority of the time, and he's not as consistent when he's throwing the deep ball.
Who?
I'm Tom Brady.
Yeah.
He's not as consistent. But again, I know what he's gonna give me, and especially if Antonio Brown plays. He's questionable. But again, you're gonna go ahead and get the first down. You're gonna go ahead and have Fournette. It's gonna be a balanced offense. You're gonna run the ball. With Fournette. And Jones. I think they got a trio back there. The other name is not coming to my mind.
I like
right
Jones though. I
like
Ronald Jones.
He's the better running back. He's the better running back. Do you even remember the Kansas City's running back name? I don't remember his name.
Edwards Hilaire?
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, I actually think he might be the MVP.
Yeah, never mind.
I was thinking that. I was like, because he's gonna he's gonna break off some runs and he's gonna get touchdowns. I feel like, and he can catch the ball. I feel like he'll probably have the best stat line.
See, but I think that
so Edwards Hilaire for MVP. That's a Benjamin Report exclusive.
I think when it comes to the offense wise, and you have three running backs that can produce, you got Jones, you got Fournette, and the other individual that's not coming back to my mind. Cool. Then you got the weapons in the wide receivers with Tampa Bay. Remember when before the season even started, we said that's a cheat team in Madden, just because
it really
of their
is.
offense.
They remind me of the Golden State Warriors.
Exactly.
When they had KD.
Exactly.
For real. Because if you got Tyreek Hill, who's fast, and it's like when you're playing Madden. Or you're playing NCAA. And by the way, we should talk about NCAA announced this week that it's going to be coming back, for all for those NCAA fans.
We'll see.
It's going to be coming back.
We'll see.
They said probably in 2023.
We'll see.
Just so you know. But, yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. But yeah, going back to Kansas City and Tampa Bay offense, who you think has the better offense?
But yeah, like I was saying, it's a Chico with the video game, because if you got Tyreek Hill going down the seam on the 4 verticals, and then you got Travis Kelce running a cross or a hitch, it's pick your poison. And then Mahomes, if he can run, can get you a few yards, or you hit it with the draw with Edwards-Helaire.
And then you got all right. So
or you hit it with the screen.
What about Tampa?
Edwards-Helaire.
What about Tampa? you saying I agree with you with what you're talking about. But again, personally, I think that I've been saying.
And they got Le'Veon Bell too. Remember that? Yeah, as a backup.
Yeah, they got.
Isn't LaShawn McCoy is the other back for Tampa Bay? By the way,
I think Kansas City's offense is a great offense, but I do think it all meshes because of the mind with Andy Reid. But when you go on offensive wise, I think they do have weapons. The greatest weapon is Patrick Mahomes, someone that he's looking this way and he's throwing this way, and is accurate, and he's running the ball and throwing it and is accurate, no matter who he's throwing the ball to. But me personally, like, I've been saying that they offense always starts slow. Always. It's been slow the whole season. They can go ahead and score four touchdowns in one quarter, but they do sometimes start slow. Yeah. And they start slow more so than not. So like I don't want to be going against Tom Shady, and I know when Tom Shady has a lead, a good decent lead, he's going to find a way to screw it up. He's not the quarterback that you want to do that to. So even though I hear you with Hilaire, I hear you with Kelsey, I hear you with Patrick Mahomes, and he's scrambling. And he showed he could scramble. And so his foot injury or his toe injury, turf toe, that was bullshit. Yeah. It ain't nothing. Even with the concussion, it showed last week. But I'm just saying, and even Tyreek Hill, how I'm gonna forget about Tyreek Hill? Like the guy runs like a 4.2 or 4.3.
I mean, it's really about him and, like I said, Kelsey. You got that offense. It's pick your poison with that, and then you got Patrick Mahomes.
Now, what about Tampa Bay? Go ahead and break down Tampa Bay since
you got Mike Evans.
You hungry with Kansas City? Go ahead and go
Mike Evans
with
is not as
Tampa
fast
Bay.
as Tyreek Hill,
but do he produce?
But he is. To me, you could say he's top 5 in the league.
I
wouldn't argue with that at all.
Say his name again.
Mike Evans.
Mike Evans.
And then you got Chris Godwin, who I would say is like top 10, 11, 12.
There you go.
Type of receiver. He just had some injuries this year. Last year, he balled out.
There you go.
So
my point.
Probably
exactly.
He's going to be 100. He's definitely 100%.
Next person again.
Antonio Brown, if he plays, is kind of the X factor. If he plays, I don't know if he's going to play or not, but if he doesn't play and if he's not 100%, I don't expect him to be a factor.
All he need to do is be on the field.
You still got Gronkowski out there. You still got Gronkowski. Gronkowski is a guy who's always been playing with Tom Brady, so you already know they have that chemistry. They could just look at each other and be like, yo.
I've been saying it.
What else? And then you got Brate, who's a backup tight end who was supposed to be in contention to being a Pro Bowler until he got hurt, but he's back healthy now. And then you got the running backs of Ronald Jones and Leonard Fournette, like we said, and then LaShawn McCoy, who is kind of a three-headed monster if you play that right.
What do you like?
So, I mean, it's a great team, but I just feel like it's all about what's it all about? Like, what it's all about. Just think about football. What is it all about? It's all about
first downs
in football. The quarterback one.
Yeah.
Number 2, pass rusher.
Okay.
So
they got 3 of them.
Who can get to the quarterback? So if there's somebody on KC, or if the defensive coordinator for Kansas City can really figure out a scheme to get pressure on Tom Brady,
Tampa Bay is gonna be rushing up a
win
storm.
This game.
No, you're wrong. You gotta understand. You forgot that Kansas City O-line is looking kind of unhealthy right now. You feel what I'm saying? The left tackle is injured. Like, come on, man.
What's his name? Eric Fisher is out.
He's out. Your blind side. You seen the movie? Like, you need that motherfucker. You feel me?
He's
like
the guard though, but
still,
he's
that's
right.
still. Nah, he's not. Nah, I think
Eric Fisher. I think he's a guard, but
still. And who's in the middle? Did you forgot his name?
Who?
They call him Donkey Kong Ndamukong Suh. He's in the middle. Don't you want the best person guarding that his ass? You feel me? Like, come on, man. The incredible. Like, I'm just been saying, like, that's the last person. That's the last place you need to be having a backup.
Stop trying to convince me that Tampa Bay is gonna win.
They're
man.
gonna win. I'm just being real.
Damn.
I don't want them to win, but I best believe. I normally don't bet, but I'm gonna find a way to bet on this game.
I'm not betting on the game, like who is gonna win on this game. I'm probably gonna do it like a prop back. I just feel like Tyreek Hill is gonna get more than like 5 catches.
I agree, but again, if you really ultimately think about it, I don't really need to say much. Cause Marcus just made all my points for me. You got Goodwin, you got Edwins, you got Antonio Brown, you got Gronk, you got this other tight end that was supposed to be making the damn motherfucking Pro Bowl. You got motherfucking the 3-headed monster in Fournette.
But I don't
Jones.
think that trumps the combination of Tyreek Hill
You got
and
Tom
Travis
Brady.
Kelce.
Tom Brady is.
I don't think it trumps that.
I think it trumps it because you have more
Gronk
weapons.
is not better than. I mean, but still, like
Gronk?
the trifecta of
You're
Mahomes.
talking about Hall of Famers over here, man, my friend.
I mean, Gronk is a shell of what he used to be.
But does he need to do what he need to do, or does he just need to draw attention? Antonio Brown, do you need to get all these catches, or they know what I do if you forget about me? So like, I'm not worried about all that other shit.
Let's
you feel
go
me?
Honey Badger, man. Let's go Honey Badger all day.
I want that to happen
go.
too now, but shit. I'm like, come
So-
on, man. Who wants Tom Shady to win?
Shit.
I mean, if you're talking about better
Kansas
offense,
City
man, I think
it's got a better offense.
no.
Than Tom Brady
All right,
because
we'll
Tom
see.
Brady cannot move
Tom
in the
Shady.
pocket. I feel like that
don't matter.
dimension for Patrick Mahomes makes him better than Tom Shady.
It don't matter, and I hear what you're saying, but
so
if they were
just so you guys know, the line in this game is 3.5 to Kansas City. So Kansas City is the favorite in this game, and they have to win by 4 points for you
Look,
to bet
man,
Kansas City.
man, my final thoughts on this game
A
is
lot
that
of people going with Tampa Bay. You know, a lot of people going with Tampa Bay because of the points. But I feel like Kansas City can win by a touchdown.
Yeah, I think so too, because Kansas City, like, they got their weapons, and you got Patrick Mahomes, future Hall of Famer, if he keep doing what he's doing. But like, I'm tired of motherfucking going against Tom Brady right now and losing. Like, I thought his ass was supposed to been out, and he has a chip on his shoulder. He's trying to, shove it in New England Patriots' face and Bill Belichick's face. And I think he's just gonna do what he do. You feel me? I think the Bruce Arians just seen the light. In the beginning of the season, he was holding Tom Brady back. He gave all control to the offense to Tom Brady. At least that's what it seems like. Tom Brady is dinking and dunking. He's getting his first downs. So me personally, I think, like, at the end of the day, Tom Brady's gonna find a way to win this game. If it's a touchdown, if it's a field goal, it doesn't matter. I know that Kansas City have Patrick Mahomes, and Mahomes gonna scramble. He's gonna do what it do. He's gonna have a whole bunch of yards. But I think that Tom Brady going to find a way to pull it off. And that's just what it is, just for me,
All right, so y'all already know you listen to the MarcWes Sports Podcast. And I kind of want to slow down this Super Bowl special, and let's talk about, like, the outliers of the Super Bowl. People or anything that people don't expect that might change the whole game. It could be like a kicker or like somebody that you don't expect.
Somebody that you don't expect?
I would say, like, a dark horse player to look out for is Scotty Miller. Is the receiver for Tampa Bay. Like, he's a white dude. He was, like, in the news this week talking about he's as fast could be as fast as Tyreek Hill. He's a player that probably will get a lot of playing time if Antonio Brown doesn't play this game. So I think Scotty Miller is definitely a player to look out for.
I mean, the player to look out for me is Antonio Brown, the person that, is questionable with a knee injury. But I think he has a chip on his shoulder also. He's questionable to play. And I feel like if he does play,
is on that.
I think he's the wild horse, and I think that he has something to prove too. He's been through a lot, these last few years, and I think that he's trying to win a Super Bowl. Remember, I thought that he had a ring, and what the best thing to do is shove it in Bill Belichick's face, in the Pittsburgh Steelers' face. Like, come on, so that's my dark horse.
Okay. So, all right. So, what's your final score then?
My final score it's going to be I really think it's going to be a boring game, but, let me just go opposite.
I think this is going to live up to the hype. I definitely think it's going to live up to the hype as far as, scoring. Because Patrick Mahomes, like I'm saying, and Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill are going to find a way. And not forget McCole Hardeman. He also got, speed. It's going to be I think it's going to be a fast track game. If not, it's going to be a blowout by Kansas City. Kansas City by 7.
I don't think so. I think
by 7 or 6.
I think the Tampa Bay Bucs is gonna get up fast and early.
The Super Bowl is this Sunday, 6:30.
Yeah, 6:30. Yeah, 6:30. But 6:30 by
Tampa
9 o'clock.
Bay versus
some
Kansas
motherfuckers
City.
gonna be crying like a motherfucker. So me, I really think that the Tampa Bay Bucs is gonna go ahead and be up on the Kansas City Chiefs early. I think early in the game, first quarter, like I said, Kansas City always start out slow, and Tom Brady's going to go ahead and capitalize. Tampa Bay is going to be, those players going to go ahead and be happy, and Tom Brady's going to have to yell at them again and say, don't get too happy. It's not over until it's over, because you had some players that was crying, when they won the division, and made it to the Super Bowl, and Tom Brady yelled at their ass, stop fucking crying. You ain't do nothing yet. So I think just all of that with Tom Brady, with Bruce Arians giving Tom Brady, power over the offense. I think that it's just going to be a game where Kansas City is losing early, and what we do expect, because that offense do make magic in one quarter, few seconds, I think it's not going to be enough. And then I think that the New England Patriots, the Tampa Bay Bucs is going to go ahead and win
New England Buccaneers
32-28, and it's not, Tampa Bay 32-28.
Wow.
That's what I think.
That's crazy, because this always happens every time, because I already had the score in my head before you said it. And to me, I said 33-27. 33-27. Kansas City wins.
Okay.
Chiefs.
We'll see
Kansas
what
City
happens.
Chiefs,
Even though I think I'm gonna be the one gloating, but okay.
We'll see.
I don't want to gloat because
man.
I'm gonna be kind of depressed if Tom Brady win. But the only reason I'm gonna be happy is for Dominic Sue, Gronk, and the conspiracy theory. If there's any conspiracy theories,
of course, there's a conspiracy theory.
Is the
man.
league
Tampa
is going
Bay
to cheat for Tom Brady?
They're cheating for Tom Brady, man.
They're going to find a way. I'm telling you.
Come on.
They found a way with LeBron.
Roger Goodell was like, yo, man, all right, so the Super Bowl is going to be in Tampa. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. It's going to be Tampa. It's going to be Tampa. Like they're going to rename the city after you, Tom.
Oh, man.
That's what's going to happen.
See, but think about it, Marcus.
So you're going to go to Tampa Bay. We're going to put some weapons around. We're going to call Antonio Brown and see what's up. Hopefully he stays out of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna play in the Super Bowl and lose to Patrick Mahomes, boy. Let's hope.
Think about it. Think about it. LeBron just won in the bubble. He's the face of the NBA.
Yeah.
Who's the face of the NBA that's leaving? Look what they did for Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning left on top. They found a way to have him leave on top. And they gonna put him in the best position. Not saying that, like they cheated all the way, because you gotta do your job, but the refs is gonna go ahead and you gonna be seeing holding, you gonna be seeing pass interference. You gonna be like, what? Watch. I guarantee you. And then you're gonna be like, damn, Wes. Your ass, man, like, God, man. See,
So the fix is in.
The fix is in. It's in.
Man,
it is what it is.
The other cool thing about the Super Bowl, though, is the commercials, though, man. Man, commercials are... I always like watching the commercials, to be honest,
I never get a chance to watch it.
I mean, so some Super Bowls were, as far as the commercials were, like, bad. I remember a couple years ago, like, I feel like there were no good commercials. But every now and again, you get a good one from, like, either Geico Insurance or, like, Progressive. They always got a good one. But Budweiser is always going to be, like, probably the king of, like, Super Bowl commercials for me.
Okay.
Just because with the Budweiser frogs,
Budweiser.
And, like, the horses playing football.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes they'll have dogs,
man's best friend.
And we're gonna go into prop bets too, but I saw that one of the prop bets was how many dogs would be in commercials, and it's
over
4.
under?
It's 4.5, so at least 5 is over.
I think at least 5 will go ahead, because there's gonna be some commercials where you're gonna have like 3 or 4 dogs in one commercial. You feel me? So all you need is like 1 or 2 commercials, and you making it. You feel me?
Yeah,
is it per commercial, or is it like
it's per commercial?
Yeah, like kind of explain the prop bet.
To if you wanted to bet on how many dogs would be in commercials, the over under is 4.5. So if you want to bet over. You're betting over 5. That means you think that'll be more than 5 dogs will be in a commercial. So you bet whatever money. So if I bet $100, you'll double that.
And there's more than 5 dogs, you get money.
And if there's more than 5 dogs, what happens?
If you bet the over. But if you bet the opposite, the under, you think it's gonna be less than 5. Then you bet the under.
Oh, that's an easy bet, man.
They gotta
but
I don't know. I'm thinking the under might win that.
How many think you?
I think it's gonna be right at 4.
You think gonna be right at 4?
Yeah.
So what are you betting?
So what you betting?
I'll bet under.
You bet under?
Yeah.
I'll bet over. Just because I think it's gonna be at least 5 dogs.
Yeah.
That's man's best friend, especially right now with COVID. Like, that's your companion. You feel me? Because most people, like, they're home alone. They've been with their dog all the time. Like me, I know my dog been loving that. I've been home. He's expecting to walk every day. I gotta name it out, WALK.
Yeah, these dogs gonna.
That's man's best friend right there.
They gonna be heartbroken, bro.
Like, yo,
these dogs gonna be heartbroken if we go back to like normal life where we just leave them for hours.
Yeah, man.
They're gonna be like, oh damn.
I'm smart, man.
This is what life used to be like before it started to be like heaven.
How you do it is like I got my dog like kind of trained a certain way. Like if I tell him I'm going to the store, he know that is like short. If I tell him I'm going to work, that's when he's like mad. He don't even wanna look at me when I'm clearing it. You know what I'm saying? When I'm leaving the house, it's like I'm going to work. He's like, he go lie down. You feel me? He ain't even stunting me. So that's kind of how I like, at least I let my dog know what it is. You feel me? So I know it's gonna be at least like 5 dogs. Who's gonna have the best super commercial is what I'm thinking right now. Doritos, they normally do their thing. Everybody loves some Doritos, but right now I can't eat Doritos. That's not part of my diet.
Yeah.
But forget me, forget Marcus. We are on this different spiritual vibe. You feel me? Trying to eat healthy and stuff like that. But personally, like I think that like it's gonna be something about beer because due to COVID. everybody be consuming a little bit alcohol, a little bit more than usual. You know, I'm one of the culprits over here also. But I think it's probably gonna be like a beer commercial, probably Budweiser or something like that.
I'm thinking maybe Apple or something's gonna have something like some kind of crazy
companies doing their thing.
You know, some kind of crazy commercial that makes you feel like, oh, that's a good commercial.
The new phone that's coming out.
Yeah, that
5G
or maybe Nike or something like that. Nike, just because of sports. Maybe the NFL.
I could agree.
The NFL sometimes I will have good commercials. You know, tie everything together.
Yeah. Matter of fact,
that was
real good.
Shit.
When all the players was
that was
like
one of the best commercials. The ones I'm talking about,
injustice and stuff. That's the one we talking about.
Nah, the one where like there was this little kid, like he was running through, and there was a bunch of players that from. Oh, that's the one. That was the cool one for me, though. It was like really commercial, and then it transitioned to a dude to the one of the little kids running onto the field, you know, at the Super Bowl. Okay. Yeah, that was one of the coolest commercials that I've seen.
You know, normally I don't begin to watch this on commercials. One of my homeboys always want to go to the store and grab more alcohol or something like that. That's the time to kind of restock halftime. You know, that's the time to go ahead and run and probably chew down a little something. You know, because during the game, you know, it kind of up and down. You be all over the place, but. You know, I didn't catch that commercial, but me personally, like I said, like the old Budweiser commercial was good. But me personally, I think that it's going to be a beer commercial. So Budweiser. What's y'all day looking like tomorrow?
I already said tomorrow I'm going to be barbecuing, man. Like the lamb.
You doing it early or you doing it later? What
I'm going to start probably around 3.
You really want to do it at 3?
Yeah.
Boy, it's gonna be hot as hell outside. Boy, they saying that's gonna be
I'm in the shade. I'm good.
Okay. Yeah. You feel me? Like, nah, boy. Me, I'm probably gonna go ahead and barbecue also. You know, that's a good idea with the lamb. Yeah. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing.
I think I'm gonna be drinking that fine wine though.
Wine.
You know.
Okay. Well, what kind of wine do you like? You feel me? Because I kind of know you're gonna be drinking wine like that.
Pretty much Merlot.
Okay. A red one.
Drink the Merlot.
Yeah. To go with the lamb, which is you know, and to go with
the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, both red.
They both red. They tried to catch me.
But
I'm quick on my toes, man.
My day tomorrow is gonna consist of probably early morning getting preparations done because like I'm not planning on going to other places because of the COVID. You know, of course, like I don't want to have to put my wife or myself in danger, you know, to have to deal with the COVID. So, you know, I'm gonna do something at the crib. You know, I'll probably have like one of my homeboys slide, you know, if they ain't doing anything. But I'm probably gonna be on the lamb. From the lamb, I'm gonna jump into the deviled eggs, you know, chill. You know, I'm probably gonna eat a little bit of the deviled eggs before anybody get here. You feel me? I gotta snack a little bit before anything, and get ready for the game because I want to watch those. You know, even not just the halftime show, everything before. You know, the actual game, the pre-show. You know, it be lit sometimes.
And it be some good commercials during that too. Yeah. I mean, like as far as like sports casters, like I like the NBC squad, to be honest. I like Al Michaels and the other guy. I can't think of his name.
I'm not sure.
You know what I'm talking about?
Me, I don't really care. Like as long as like me, I be skimming through channels. You know, like I don't really have.
I like Joe Buck too.
One.
Joe Buck is cool too. Joe Buck and Troy Aikman.
Yeah, Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. But you know, I kind of like the new generation
cool.
now. I kind of like the new generation with Deion, not with Deion.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I'm not sure if Deion Sanders still doing it because of the the head coaching thing. But you got Jimmy Johnson now, which loyalty is everything. Miami Heat. I don't know what agency he's with.
Got Michael
if he's
Irvin.
with Fox. Of course, everybody loves Michael Irvin.
The playmaker.
The playmaker, you feel me? So again, and of course Randy Moss, even though he country, he's a good one.
Yeah, Randy Moss is pretty good.
So me, I kind of really don't care, because I do like every last one of those people. I really don't like Bradshaw too much because he be saying some good old boy shit. But
I don't really prefer.
But besides that,
Bradshaw,
everything.
I used to love Chris Berman back in the day, man. Chris Berman back in the day.
Whoop.
Man, love Chris Berman.
Whoop.
Keith Jackson, I used to love back in the
what
day
happened
too.
to Berman? He retired or something?
He basically well, he still does the show, the NFL Primetime.
Yeah,
but that's it. That's all he does. And that's on ESPN Plus or whatever.
All right. I think that's enough for the Super Bowl section of the MarcWes Sport Podcast. What else you want to go ahead and talk about?
I just want to talk about the Duck of the Week, though, man. The Duck of the Week for me is Brett Favre.
Favre?
Favre. Brett Favre.
And why is that? Because
Deshaun Watson is a quarterback who is basically exercising his way out of his franchise that pays him, the Houston Texans.
Okay.
Because he feels like
he's
they don't give him the best chance to win.
Of course. Everybody thinks that.
He is looking to go into a different situation that gives him a better chance to win.
Miami
so
Dolphins.
Players, old school, good old players like Brett Favre has decided to comment on him taking that action, saying that he should just play for the team that he signed a contract before. He said he should just do his job type of thing. And, Brett Favre, I love Brett Favre as a player. Before, this comment, I liked Brett Favre. But for you to say something like that sounds like you
out of
are
touch.
very privileged in what you're saying.
Yeah, but you gotta understand,
players have every right to make more money than what they're making or go to whatever team. Matt Stafford did the same thing a few weeks ago.
I hear
where
to a certain extent.
He didn't want to be in Detroit. All of a sudden, Matt Stafford is with the LA Rams. Yep. So I don't see any reason why Deshaun Watson can't exercise his right to be in a better situation.
The reason why is because what we've been saying for the longest is because he's black, and that's the whole reason. You're absolutely right when you're talking about the good old boy, white privilege network. I mean, come on. I mean, it's certain states that when I hear their state, I think about racism. You got Alabama, you got Louisiana, you got Texas,
you got Mississippi,
you got South Carolina, even possibly North Carolina. You got Indiana, North Florida. Oh my God, North Florida, from Orlando up, of Florida, and even
West
Miami,
Virginia,
Florida, because you even have Cubans that be racist to their own race. You feel me?
It's racist everywhere.
So it's everywhere in the world. So it's nothing.
It's America.
It's nothing new. This is America. We actually they made a song about it. This is America. And it is
Childish
what it is.
Gambino.
It was controversial, but I mean it was it was straightforward. But when it comes to Brett Favre, I feel him to a certain extent, but I don't feel him because, it's kind of like Shaq is how you say certain shit. You feel me? And if you're going to say it, don't say it vague. You feel me? Say it and explain it a certain way where I can feel you without it sounding actually racist. You feel me? Because you could explain it and still sound racist. You know what I'm saying? personally, if you did sign a contract, I think you should go ahead and do your contract. But if you're a person that told me, again, we had a kind of like a debate on this a little earlier in the segment where I said, like, with LeBron James, the NBA said we're not going to go ahead and have no All-Star game, and you completely lied and threw it in my face and said I got to do it because I'm on contract. That's one. Now you're talking about Brett Favre with Deshaun Watson. You know, yeah, I have a contract, but I did remember me and the owner have not the coach, me and the owner saying that they're gonna keep me in the loop when it comes to finding coaches and this, that, and the other, and they did their own thing. So don't be mad when I'm salty and I don't want to be here, especially when you got rid of my number one receiver. You know, especially when I have somebody like J.J. Watt speaking like Brett Favre. You know what I'm saying? You know, not the same word, but again, like, come on, the white privilege, and, you know, I'm like, come on. So again, like, at the end of the day, we do love Texas because you do not have no state tax just like Florida. But again, there's certain things that you can't say. And you can say it. Like, matter of fact, let me take that back. You can just say what the fuck you want to say. But again, when you say shit that's racist, don't be mad when I look at you like a racist and then you don't come back and try to explain. You feel what I'm saying? So that's my whole perspective. I'm not mad with what Brett Favre said. It's just that now I look at you in a different light. You should have just stayed retired.
Right.
The damn day. You feel me? Just like on Bradshaw, when you say some racist shit, and now I look at you different. And you won a lot of Super Bowls. And a lot of people look at you as one of these people that's revered in the NFL. But I look at you different too. So again, it is what it is. This is the world we live in. And this ends the MarcWes Sport Podcast.
This ends the MarcWes Sports Podcast. Till the next episode.
Peace.